Dogs bark for a number of reasons, so to reduce and eliminate your dog's barking, you first need to identify why your dog is barking. Is it boredom barking? Is it barking because there's someone at the door? Or maybe it's barking out of distress, aggression or attention seeking. One thing that all barking has in common is that it is a form of communication, therefore we need to listen to what is causing your dog to speak. The first type of barking I will talk about is the attention seeking. This is when your dog is barking for no apparent reason except for to get your attention. So it's pretty easy to treat. All you have to do is ignore it. If you give it any kind of attention, whether it be yelling or food or a toy to distract it, this will only strengthen the behaviour and make it worse. Aggression barking can be easily identified as it is a manic bark directed at a particular object. So in this case we've got a German Shepherd aggressively barking at a Jack Russell running past. This dog's behaviour needs to be controlled by either redirecting her attention to something like food or a toy in the handler's hand. Refer to my aggression lesson. You can also see this kind of bark in some dogs who guard their territory from dogs or people passing by the front gate. In this case, I'd simply close the area off so your dog cannot get to it. If the dog cannot see through the gate, there is nothing to bark at. Boredom barking can be reduced if your dog is getting mental stimulation, also company and exercise every day. So exercise your dog for an hour a day, preferably off the leash to fetch, and to explore and play with other dogs. Possibly take your dog for a nice bike ride. Provide your dog with plenty of mental stimulation. Do about a 2 to 4 minute training session with treats a few times a week where your dog learns new commands or simply reinforce existing ones. Hide their breakfast in the house or garden so your dog has to seek and find it. Maybe put some treats into a container full of water, freeze it overnight and feed it out on a hot day. Get your dog company 1 day a week at a dog daycare centre. Get a friend's dog over or drop your dog at a friend's house or your neighbour's, or maybe get a dog walker in. Give your dog a job. Mine have learned to pull me on a bike like a pair of huskies and they also fetch really well. Change the environment, so take your dog for a drive to the corner store, explore new parks to play in, maybe move the bedding and kennel around in your dog's play area 1 or 2 times a week. Leave a different toy out each day and leave them in the house if you're only gone for a short time. Whereas Susie barks out of distress when she gets approached by a stranger. So distress barking is when a dog is uncomfortable, such as not having comfortable bedding, a kennel to shelter in, or access to food and water. Another thing you should consider is your dog healthy, so does it get regular visits to the vet? Alert barking is great as it lets us know when someone is at the door. To keep it under control, simply let your dog bark for around 10 seconds and then say, "Thank you, that's enough," and either send him to his bed or let him greet the visitor. If your dog doesn't stop once you've asked him to, gently take him into another room until he is quiet and then let him out. Remember, to reduce your dog's barking, you need to rule out all the underlying issues like your dog's health, the amount of exercise, company, shelter and mental stimulation it gets. Your dog cannot control any of these variables, but you can. Thanks for watching freevideodogtraining.com. We'll see you next time.